I think following the Zimbabwean politics over the past few days, it is becoming clearer and clearer that Emerson Mnangagwa stays in political office. They are actually, and I mean numbered, and there is high probability, definitely high probability, that this man will not reach even up to 2028, being the president of Zimbabwe. And they are signs he understands this. And on this live broadcast, I'll be simply demonstrating that he is a man who is highly frustrated, and his frustrations are evident, showing all over. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So Emerson Mnangagwa is indeed a panicking man. Now, what makes things to be very difficult for him, I must attest to you that when he was planning about 2030, if you can analyze over the past 7 or so years he has been in power, is that one of the things he did was to eliminate military generals who posed as a threat, whom he thought posed as a threat to him. But did he eliminate all? I strongly do not believe so. There are still many, and that is a very, very poor mechanism of actually consolidating his. Secondly, Emerson Mnangagwa dismantled the opposition through Sengezo Chabang, and he thought the opposition was just going to vanish so that he could confront retired General Chiwenga alone. But it has turned out that his actions of pushing towards has also reunited the opposition. And now that is why you see him going after Job Sikala. There are attempts to go also after Tendai Biti. Tendai Biti should be also very, very careful whom he associate with. There are attempts to make sure that they actually put him out of the political picture, just like what they are doing to Job Sikala. But I'm of the firm belief that whatever they are doing to Job Sikala will actually backfire in a big time. So, number one, so he was doing all this to eliminate opposition so that at the end of the day, he would be left with retired General Chiwenga to deal with, and hoping that at some point retired General Chiwenga will give up and he would have won this political warfare. So how this 2030 mantra came, he started actually recruiting these people that he is using at the moment, long time ago. Individuals like Ziambi, these are his boys. These are his yes boys. They don't even actually speak common sense to him when he actually issues marching orders. They just run with an idea, even if the idea is taking them in the wrong direction. This is what they do. Number one, look at all his strategies. There was a laid down procedure. There was also a there was a timetable, dates on how this was going to be done. But I must attest to you that their timetable has been compromised. Their timetable has been actually has not been followed to the core. Why? Because we got to learn about their plot, and their plot is now in the public domain. People now understand what Mnangagwa has been doing and where he intends to go. So that on its own frustrated their game plan. And it also simply means these exposés coming to the public, some that might not have come out to the public if maybe they were dealing with amateurs in politics, that goes that retired General Chiwenga is aware of what is happening. The plots, look at everything. They created bogus legal challenges. It is now known. It is now a matter of public discourse. And that on its own tells you about the strength of the intelligence network of retired General Chiwenga, the opponent of Emmerson Mnangagwa, in this regard. So also look at this. These days, retired General Chiwenga is not attending Emmerson Mnangagwa's activities. He tries by all means to avoid him. He has been busy in Matabeleland, assessing the projects that are done by Emmerson Mnangagwa. And this may be viewed in isolation, but I strongly believe that retired General Chiwenga is gathering information through these processes that he is carrying out, and that information would later on be used. He is busy in Matabeleland. He has not been even welcoming Mnangagwa, seeing him going out of the country, and also to see that there is diminishing trust between Chiwenga and Mnangagwa. Even to act, he is now preferring Kembo Mohati. When he takes foreign trips, he makes sure that those foreign trips are as short as possible. All these events are not happening in isolation. So, at the same time, we know that there is supposed to be a meeting in Kenya. Emmerson Mnangagwa going to meet with individuals like Professor Jonathan Moyo. Look at about few tweets that have been tweeted by Professor Jonathan Moyo. The other one, he was talking about tribalism, though a valid point, but coming from his mouth, it becomes definitely a hogwash. But what I'm not looking at the words that he was trying to put across. I'm looking at the tone in which he spoke in the last two consecutive tweets that he actually tweeted. They depicted a man who is frustrated. First time he was speaking about we will not allow individuals to manipulate the Constitution as if the Constitution stands. It was meant for only them. I think paraphrasing that tweet, it simply meant that, of course, the other one, he was complaining about the backlash, tribalism. I saw some people saying people of Matabeleland are sellouts, of which that was misplaced, and I quickly, spoke about that. But anyway, that's not what I want to speak about today. Very short tweets. What is the indication of that? It means he understands the background discussions or behind the scenes discussions that are currently taking place in Zimbabwe, specifically between Mnangagwa as well as Chiwenga. Don't ever think these people are not discussing, or there is no form of negotiation that is going on behind scenes. Specifically, Emmerson Mnangagwa being told to relinquish power. Such discussions, I strongly believe they are taking place. Why am I saying so? Look at even the language of Mnangagwa supporters. Saying Mnangagwa is going nowhere. It started with Tukwarara last weekend, actually pattern. So it started with Tukwarara in Mutare, and he actually said, we will defend Mnangagwa. Defending him from who? Who said he warrants defense at this particular moment? Saying if it's time for Mnangagwa to go, he will also pack his bag and go. So at least for him, he understands that in Zimbabwe, he will never survive post-Emmerson Mnangagwa regime. That is the man who is highly tainted, numerous criminal cases and dockets waiting for him. It's just a matter of Emmerson Mnangagwa being removed. And these are the people, if they don't run away from Zimbabwe, who would be caught and most of the loots that they have looted from the state are bound to be taken away. So there is, and also look at Daniel Gawe. He launched insults at Blessed Geza, calling him a dog, and also saying he has been used. He has, I mean, the language and the tone that he was using. A winner cannot speak in such a manner. It shows that I sensed the frustration, especially on Daniel Kaur. And look, these people, they have a resolution now. And that resolution has to be implemented. But they are still speaking. Hey, Mnangagwa, the people say that. I mean, you have got a resolution. Why don't you go ahead and implement the resolution and stop making noise? They are busy making noise. Look at the likes of Owen Mnangagwa, what they are busy doing. They are busy also making noise. Mnangagwa has done A, B, C, D, and it's as if they are campaigning for another conference. But they are from the conference. And whatever they should have been campaigning for, I mean, was fulfilled. Why then post-conference you are still making loud, nothing, loud sounding nothing noise? That can attest to the fact that they understand what. And also look at Marrakesh. They keep on flighting this statement. It is not Mnangagwa who wants to go for a third term. Rather, it is the people who are calling him to go for a third term. This is the narrative. So it means behind secret corridors, Mnangagwa still denies that he wants to go up to 2030. But behind the scenes also, he is busy pushing his actually aides, his supporters, to continue with the bill up to parliament and so forth. And he is treading very cautiously in the process of doing that, because he understands that someone may decide to stand up in the process of the bill actually being taken to the parliament of Zimbabwe. And also Sengezo Chabango, through his tweet, obviously these days he can't speak because of his health condition. He is understandably to be in India and battling with colon cancer. So he wrote on his tweet that he is aware that there is a bill in parliament. Already the bill, I can attest to you, is there. It's there, but they are treading cautiously in terms of coming out openly. I'm telling you, the moment they do that, all hell will break loose. And from the look of things, Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa has actually shown beyond reasonable doubt that he is ready to spill the blood. I mean, he has actually shown that he wants to see a lot of people dying, because him preaching about the third term, which is unconstitutional, that on its own invites a lot of opposition. Not only from the opposition, where they are now focusing on deflecting from the real internal issues within ZANU-PF, of which it may be somehow a blessing in disguise, because just imagine this whole process, planning to actually plant explosives to Job Sikala. And also, I must tell you, is a planning to bomb SEP's offices, planning to bomb also the house of Job Sikala, planning to also harm Tendai. All these plans, it means there was some moment where they deflected from focusing on retired General Chiwenga faction, which in my view is the real deal that they should actually be focusing on. And they have been giving them ample time to actually plan and be in a position to execute their plans. Their plans, should the services of their plans be needed. At this point in time, it's just a wait and see game. And they know it. Mnangagwa knows it. I've said it. If Mnangagwa have won this battle, he should actually not be sending people. He should now be direct and even embracing what ZANU PF conference have said. He has not said so. The last time he spoke, he said ZANU PF should prepare for 2028 elections. I know there are some people who overthink these things and say, no, if Mnangagwa is saying this, then this 2030, whole 2030 saga may be a deflection for the opposition political parties. I don't think so. I don't think so. Whilst I respect people's views around these matters, I don't think so. You look at the monies that are spent. There are a lot of monies. Tukwararas flying with helicopters, heavily armed with security personnel, those meetings, splashing money, cash, left, right, and center. That is the money they are actually organizing themselves. Look at these presidential Ntoni funds that have been released to Bapostori and other, the cars that have been donated. If you count the money that has been actually used, that's a lot of money. They cannot be playing such games, losing such a lot of money. And I'm telling you, their coffers are being drained left, right, and center. I strongly believe today being a Saturday, there are more activities that are going to be seen. Will Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa strike? Remember, he has to strike in order to provoke a response of his strike. Will he touch retired General Chiwenga? It's a wait and see game. He understands the cost that is associated with that. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. Today I woke up very, very early and I saw that most of my viewers, they don't expect me to be on set. Especially around this time. Anyway, please do remember also to follow my Facebook page. I will be posting most of the updates today on that Facebook page. Will come for live broadcast much late during the day. Oganqube Umhlabane is signing off. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet on the other side.